New Zealand Prime Minister John Key has announced Helen Clark's candidacy for the role of United Nations General Secretary. The country is now expected to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on the former PM's bid. Live now to Sky News reporter Patel, who joins us from Wellington. And this isn't a huge surprise, but it is the first official confirmation.
Yeah, very much not a surprise. This is, of course, an open secret that Helen Clark was interested in the job of Secretary-General, but John Key has been personally lobbying other world leaders, David Cameron, Barack Obama as recently as last week, Malcolm Turnbull and Tony Abbott in support of Helen Clark. But as you mentioned this morning, it was announced officially that she will be a candidate for the role. Now, if you zoom back to 2008, you may not have predicted that John Key will be singing the praises of Helen Clark. They were, of course, very much on the opposite side of the political aisle. On April 12th to April 14th, there will be an informal discussion before the General Assembly, so all member states will be there and able to ask the now 8 candidates any questions that they like. That will be followed by a process in July where the Security Council will vote on which candidate they like the best. Now, of course, the Permanent 5 will have veto capacity, and John Key did comment on this morning. Have a listen.
And so what will be interesting will be to see, if the veto is applied, or at least if it's threatened to be applied, then you could see candidates dropping out. And I think that's one of the big advantages that Helen's got. Not only she's tremendously talented, but I think she comes from what would be seen as a pretty neutral position.
Now, one person that hasn't formally nominated for the role but is possibly expected to is Kevin Rudd. He's tweeted saying that Helen Clark is a strong contender for the role and he wishes her all the best. Now, John Key, when he is asked about the difference between the two candidates, does point out that, of course, Helen Clark is from New Zealand, but also points to her history with the United Nations. She, of course, has served as the head of UNDP for the past 7 years, and in her statement did say that she has a commitment to the United Nations Charter. But back in 2004, after the Iraq invasion, Kofi Annan, who was then Secretary-General, did say that the effort in Iraq was illegal and contrary to the Charter. So it will be quite interesting to see how that does play into whether or not she does receive the position of Secretary-General.
Patel, live for us in Wellington. Thank you.